Hey guys, welcome back. Psycho Doggo here with my 100% practice walkthrough. So in the last episode, cut off a little bit earlier than I typically do because this episode we are taking on the area boss. So this is the Demon King, the old Demon King I believe is his actual name. So this boss is a demon, which means that he is weak to Black Knight weapons. That includes the Black Knight sword that we are rocking right now. So we're in a really good position to beast mode this boss. It just means when a boss is weak to any sort of specific weapon or weapon type, it's almost always 20% extra damage per strike. So as you can see, when we are two-handing this, we do 368 damage. So just 20% of that added onto it, so well over 400 damage, which is really nice. So for this boss, you can summon two things. So if you did what I said and you fought Torsig, you can summon him. I would not recommend it. This boss does a lot of face damage. Very, very easy to dodge, but if you take it on the chin, it'll kill you. And Torsig does not really believe in dodging, so I would not recommend bringing him. He typically dies in the boss fight if you're not killing him quickly. And you don't want to bring two summons into this fight because you get too much health added on. This is a player symbol. Ignore that if you are playing in offline mode. If you are in online mode, I would recommend summoning a player because players will typically deal out much more damage than any NPC, and you're very likely to run into a player who's beaten the boss approximately 150 times. The other NPC summon is Great Swamp Cuculus. Cuculus does poison stuff, and I like Cuculus. Also, if Cuculus survives the fight, you get an armor set. So, or at least an item. I don't remember if it's an armor set. Definitely something, though. Back in the cage where we found Cornyx. So, Cornyx is the pyromancy teacher. So, we're going to bring Cuculus into the fight. So, for this fight, I would recommend, obviously you can't buff your weapons, just put some green blossoms on just so you can increase your damage per second for the fight a little bit. And let's go into it. There's really only one move you need to be aware of with this boss, and that is, so obviously you charge up to him to start the fight. He will, a little bit later into the fight, begin to swing his mace around into the air. If you're close, you can dodge most of his fire. The only fire you can't dodge is that. It's when he breathes down at the ground, and he just casts it everywhere. Nothing you can really do about that, which is unfortunate. He does two things. Okay, that is when he's summoning his fireballs. Oh, that was a okay, never mind. That's when he summons his fire ring. So when he waves it around his head, fireballs will go up ahead. The other thing is a fire ring, which you just saw. And then there we go. Those are the fires. So just roll away. As long as you're away from him, you're good. Oh god, Cuculus just died. Yep. So I will not get my precious item, which is sad, but I will show you where to get it. Ordinarily, it's very easy to get the item. You just kind of have to be aggressive with the boss, and I was obviously sitting back trying to talk to you guys. So, got Cuculus killed, and now I just am taking all of his attacks on the chin, which is, in general, a bad idea with bosses. Okay, when he does that, he's doing the ring. And you can just roll over top of the ring. Oof. That's an AoE. So he's going to do a very wide sweeping loop. And he can follow that with a slam. Oh, now he's swinging it ahead. So we're going to have more fireballs coming. And you can always just take advantage of these large statues. They block all the fireballs. So you just loop around it, and you're good to go. So, just walk around behind him and boop his tail. You usually fit through his legs, which is nice. Okay, he's swinging his staff around again, which I don't know. Yep, they're coming. Just take advantage of these statues. Just looping around them can really just keep you safe from them, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so he'll do this when he's at low health. Just get in and beat on him to end the fight. Whenever he loses his color, it means you've basically killed him. He's out of strength, and you just run up, and go ahead and boop him until he's dead, and not a problem. I do not consider him to be a hard boss. I do consider it to be a hard boss fight if you are absolutely determined on keeping Cuculus alive. You have to be very aggressive with him and pray to God that, and you definitely have to take damage on the chin. You just have to pray to God that Cuculus does not take the damage on behalf of you, because that just means that she's going to die. But we are going to go ahead, head on back to Firelink now that we've beaten the area boss, and we're going to check out the boss weapons and then level up if we can. And then we're going to bounce to Cornyx's cage. I'm just going to show you how to get there, fastest way to get there. And if Cuculus survived the fight, you will get an item for that. It's unfortunate that I died. I will look it up so that I can definitely tell you guys what it is at the start of the next episode. In the next episode, we're going to do the lava runs in that area. So that is what we've got coming up. So let's check out this boss weapon. So we have Chaos Bed Vestiges, which is, if you are a pyromancer, the best pyromancy in the game. Does not have a high focus point cost and does insane damage. If you play online, you run into a pyromancer, 9 out of 10 times they will have Chaos Bed Vestiges. I don't like it just on principle because too many people use it, so I don't really want to use it. It makes me feel silly. The Old King's Great Hammer is the other option. Has a pretty cool weapon art in the sense that it does a Perseverance hammer set where he slams the tip of it into the ground and you get Perseverance, just like with our Black Knight sword. Pretty high requirements, but very easy and very manageable for you to get. You just put 1 point into Faith and wait long enough and we will get our strength up to 30 so we can use it. So I'm going to go ahead and get it just because I'm sticking with as many melee weapons as we can reasonably for this playthrough. But I am just going to go ahead and tuck that away in storage. I'm also going to get rid of all the weapons that I don't use. Black Blade, Old King's Great Hammer, and the Demon's Fist. Then we're going to go ahead and level up, and I'm going to show you Cornyx. Cornyx's cage, which obviously we found earlier in the walkthrough, but I am going to display it. Going to up my endurance to 22. We are nearing the point where if you are really dying a lot and you're really feeling like you don't do enough damage, or that you're taking too much damage, you can just start leveling up your health. So, for Cornyx, I want to say that you go to Cliff Underside. So, we're going to check out Cliff Underside. I really wish I'd made a note of which bonfire you go to for Cornyx. I'm almost certain it's the Cliff Underside bonfire, but if you're trying to play along, just wait a couple of minutes and we will see if it is indeed this bonfire. Almost certain that it is, but we're going to find out. Alright, I do hope that I'm remembering correctly. I really should have made a note of this. Yeah, we are at the right bonfire. So, these guys will throw fire bombs, obviously. We ran into them earlier in the game. And their fire bombs, we are not afraid of them anymore. We're a lot beefier. So, here's his cage. As I said, if she survived the fight, you would have an item right here. In the next episode, I'll go ahead and let you guys know what that episode was, or what that item was. But next episode, we are going to want to have a couple of things. So first of all, I'm going to show you that. So we're going to want to go back to Firelink, and I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to need for lava runs. And while the game is loading, I'm going to go ahead and Google what we need, or what item you get for Cuculus surviving. Okay, so if she survives the fight, you get the Spotted Whip and Cornyx's set. So you get to look like Cornyx, and he is not pretty, and his stuff's not good, but you get it. And you do get the spotted whip, so if you're really interested in that, make sure that she survives the fight and just quit out if she ends up dying, or let yourself get killed. So I'm going to go ahead and we are going to give that tome. Now these other tomes, the Quaylana and the one that we are going to get at the High Lord Wolnir boss fight, he can't help you with, but we're going to find another NPC that can learn them, so very good stuff there. But we are going to go ahead, and the pyromancy you want is Flash Sweat. As you can see, intense sweating increases fire damage absorption. Profuse sweat increases all resistances, but we're going to use Flash Sweat. Flash Sweat does fire damage, and we want it. Oh, wait a second. Do we already have it? I guess we already had it. Maybe we bought it earlier in the walkthrough. I don't know why. I wasn't paying close enough attention to the screen to see that, but we're going to organize storage box. Go ahead and already have our... We're going to grab our pyromancy flame. Make sure you have that on there. Put everything else away. And then next episode we are going to start at the Demon Ruins bonfire. So that's where we'll begin. I'll walk you through the exact items, show you the quickest route to each lava run, and we will do the lava runs. I'm always a little nervous with lava runs, but the last couple of times I've done them, I've had no problem. I think I figured them out, so just be prepared. In the next episode, we will do them. There's some good stuff that we're going to pick up, so yeah. In the next episode, we'll check that out. So come on back, watch our lava runs. Thanks for watching, guys.